Alright. We are headed out. Going to Pueblo. Just looked at my workflow, which basically tells me what I am doing for the job, basically. Like if I need to tarp it, like if I'm switching trailers or anything like that. And the weird thing is I am actually switching trailers out in Colorado, which is really weird because I didn't think, like my conception was that we, as a company, not me, but as a company, I thought that they mostly just had contracts with companies in the Midwest, which, I mean, Colorado, I don't know about that. Colorado isn't exactly Midwest, but it's real close. It's like right on the edge of Midwest. But yeah, so I'm going there, dropping this trailer, and then picking up, oh, that's nice, picking up the other trailer and headed back to Iowa. And I guess they're like heating and cooling things, which I've hauled before. They're actually really nice to haul, to be completely honest, because they're not very heavy and they have really nice spots to put chains on. So I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of that. I'm not going to try and do any dumbass shit with them. I don't need to do that. We can just do it the easy way. Why do it the hard way? I mean, if it's got to be done the hard way, it's got to be done the hard way. But this doesn't have to be done the hard way, so we're not going to do it that way. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing. I should probably not do that. Okay. I love driving around empty. It's a lot of fun. Like, driving around empty is what a semi-truck should feel like, but my company kind of has these trucks choked out a little bit, and they barely have any power. So when you're loaded, you're doing all sorts of stuff to try and get this thing moving, and just winding it out, just trying to get it to do what you want it to do. And trucks are passing you, and cars are passing you always. I don't care what kind of truck they're in. I mean, maybe you just jam gears like that, I don't know. But that is the thing that sucks, is that the company, I mean, it's for fuel savings and stuff like that, so it's kind of understandable, but at the same time, we're hauling around like 45,000 pounds of stuff. Like, we kind of need the full truck, you know? I don't know. That's just my take on it. But yeah, we're headed over there. Probably set up a little time-lapse situation. We got 124 miles. It's like two and some change for hours. So not too bad of a drive. Actually, that's pretty much average, is like a 3-hour drive to the next place that you're going. So yeah, we're headed over there. See you there. Coming in hot on the place I'm picking up at here. This is the load going back to Iowa here. Yeah, this is related to what I just dropped off. Completely different place. We're in Pueblo. We're in Aurora. So the time lapse coming through, it's like 25 seconds or something like that. It took a little longer than that, I'll tell you that. It burned like 2 hours, not too bad for like 120 miles, not too bad at all. Normally that'll take 2 and some change, but pretty much hitting it right on the head at 2 hours, so. Alright. So we are done there. What in the world? That's weird. Anyways, just finished up at the place where I was picking up the HVAC stuff, and it was way more of a hassle than it had to be. It's another one of those things about flatbed that I didn't think of when I got into it. Is that things are very different depending on where you're going to. Because I've hauled a couple of HVAC systems out of Minneapolis, and those ones are real nice. Like, you just throw chains through them and put some binders on there and you're good to go. But these ones have just holes on the side. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, because I can actually do that now. There's another dude in the other driveway. I'm about to take my spot in traffic, but that's alright. Use mine as shield. Oh no, that's not gonna happen. But anyways, so yeah, they have like holes on the side rather than in the corners like the other ones did, and that made it way harder than it had to be. I mean, I don't like the idea of just having two chains, one on each side of the trailer. It just doesn't seem like a good idea to me. So I always try and put 4 chains in all these things. Like, I picked up I picked up relays. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get in here, bro. Now I'm jamming up traffic. Come on. Get out of the way. Concentrate for a second. Yeah, I picked up some similar stuff to this out of Minneapolis at the drop yard we have there, and the person that picked it up basically just put two chains, one in the front, one in the back, and I drove it like 20 miles or something like that. It was not very far. Drove it 20 miles, and those chains were so loose that they were like slapping off the deck. So I don't like the idea of doing something like that. It doesn't seem like a good idea at all. It seems like it can only result in more problems. But yeah, these things, I must have looked at the damn thing like 5 or 6 times, just trying to figure out where I'm going to put my chains so that they are in regulation regulation? Yeah, so they apply to regulations, and they just don't get loose. That's really the name of the game. The thing weighs 5,000 pounds. That's all it is. Can't use straps, and I mean, I wouldn't want to use straps because it doesn't make any sense, but man, it took way longer than it should have. The first chain was the hardest, because I was like looking at it like, how am I going to make this one work, and then the second one work, and it's not a very long piece of equipment. It's pretty short. Yeah, there you go. It's a pretty short piece of equipment. I would say like 10 to 15 feet, which means that you gotta somehow fit, your chain's gotta meet up at some point. This is really tough to explain. Basically, those holes are too close in the middle, and the chains didn't have enough room to do what I wanted to do with them, and then I was trying to mess around with them, and it was an absolute mess / nightmare. But eventually figured out what I wanted to do with it, and pretty happy with it. Not as happy as I should be with it, honestly. I don't know what to do with those holes though. That's the problem. That's the thing. I'm not sure if it's the same thing with hauling van trailers where sometimes you can't do a certain thing or whatever the heck, but I couldn't do it how I wanted to, but I made the best of what I had, and it's not coming off, obviously. It's going to be fine, but I would much rather have perfection rather than something that I just put together because I know it's going to work, and that's it. That's the only reason it's there. I'd rather have something that looks nice and is nice. Like, it's not going to shake around and get loose because I have that risk. It could happen. But with, I mean, if it happened with 2 chains, it wouldn't be, I'd rather not. I don't know, there's a lot of situations that this could go into, but basically it is 5:44 Central Time right now. Started the day at 10 and no, let's call it 9:30, somewhere in there, and I have mad hours left on my clock, which is good, because I had a lot of sleep last night. I can basically run this thing until what time are we at? 7 hours, so 5 to 7. We can run it right till midnight if I wanted to. And that means that I can't wake up till 10 in the morning tomorrow. And I mean, I should probably do a video about hours of service and all that, because that sort of ties into this. But yeah, basically, it's going to be a fairly long day. But it's a good day. Not too many headaches. Nothing went crazy wrong yet. I mean, I don't have any wood to knock on as I would, but yeah, it's going good. So, I guess I'll catch y'all later. Possibly when I'm like trying to find a truck stop or something like that to stop at. Or actually, I still gotta go show you how I got this shit set up. Probably do that after I get out of Pueblo here. I think there were a couple of exit ramps and all that. I like to use exit ramps for my safety checks and all that, but yeah, well, I guess I'll keep you posted. Alright, so here's what we got. These things. I had to put these on to protect the paint, but this is what I'm not happy with right here. There's like nothing really pulling on it too much. Basically what I'm relying on is these things like holding it to the side, basically. And as you can see, we are Step Deck Daddy. Bang. Check the other side real quick. Make sure everything's still tight. Those things are still on there. Beautiful. Alright, we're out of here. And here is the real mother of it all. Traffic. This stuff slows you down quite a bit. I mean, out west, it doesn't really matter that much. This is just 5 o'clock traffic or whatever. I don't even know what the heck they're doing out here, but they're jamming it up real good. Yeah, I mean, this is going out of town, so it is everyone leaving town, going home, and it's just one of those things that you cannot really get around. I mean, you can, but you gotta know more than I do about like what the area is like, and like where you're allowed to be, and like if it's gonna be a really garbage road and it's going to take you the wrong way, but I don't really worry about that. I mean, this traffic and all traffic really that's inside a city like this or coming out of a city, all of this basically dissipates once you get you know what, let's call it 10-15 miles out of town, because everyone they don't want to live in town, so they live outside of town a little bit, and then they jam up the traffic, and it's a good time. But yeah, it just slows you down. I mean, we were at a standstill a little while ago, just kind of stop and go, but as you can see, we're moving pretty okay now. 40 miles an hour. You gotta stay on your toes in traffic, especially in big cities. Real bad in big cities. Oh my God! Don't even get me started. You want to talk about Chicago? Oh my goodness! Man, you might as well just quit, like before you even get into that town. It's all sorts of jacked up, like the whole day. There's no point where Chicago actually works. And the thing about Chicago that makes it as bad as it is that the drivers there don't care about you and they don't care about themselves. They will risk their life to get into the next lane and go a little faster. That's just how they do things. You see, if you look down my lane right now, you see how much space I got? I mean, at this point, it's not intentional. I'm just kind of cruising along. I don't really know what's going to go on up there. And it looks like we're coming back down, but that space that I got there is the most important thing in the world in traffic. I mean, if you're riding up on people, you can't stop as well as them. I mean, maybe if you're empty or light like I am, you could, but I don't like to even entertain the thought because it's essentially anxiety-inducing for me. I just think about what if someone slams on the brake. Sorry about that. The phone died. Yeah, as you can see, traffic is since dissipated. I mean, that's a regular thing. It's just I didn't even think that I was going to run into any traffic out here, to be completely honest. It seems like all that's living out here are elk and groundhogs and some people everywhere, but I didn't really expect some traffic like that. But yeah, I think I was talking about staying on your toes about it. That's important at all times, usually. I mean, if you can see all the way down the road, like, let's say, like, if you're on I-80 East in, like, Ohio, if you're, like, anywhere west of, like, Illinois, it starts to get real flat. There aren't many exits, there aren't many on-ramps. There's not really much going on, so you can kind of relax about it and just sort of chill out. But, like, in a place that you've never been, like I am right now, I haven't been this deep into Colorado ever. I just don't know the area. It looks like we're gonna hit Denver too, so that should be a fairly good time. It is like 6 o'clock here, local time, 6 o'clock. I think Denver's still a pretty good stretch away though, so probably won't hit it at all. They say that there are ways to plan around being in traffic, but they are liars because time doesn't work like that. If you get stuck in traffic, it is luck of the draw. I mean, I don't know. I've not figured out a way to avoid like certain times in cities and all that stuff. I thought that you would be able to do that when I got into the industry. I was like, oh yeah, if you're gonna go to this place, you know, you just shut down at this time, wake up at that time, yada yada yada. But it does not work like that at all. You're basically just running. The concept that they call it is the steering wheel holder, and that's basically what you are. I mean, that might sound a little, what's the word? I don't remember the word. Like a negative view on the world. I can't remember the fancy little word for it, but I mean, that's basically what you're doing as a company driver, and you get paid for it. But the clock tells you when to wake up, the company tells you where to go, and you just got to get it there without completely destroying your life, and you get paid. And traffic is just one of those things that you run into. I mean, unless you run at night. I mean, I went through a period of time where I actually really enjoyed like turning back my clock a lot. Like, I mean, that's getting into the hour service things again, but you can sort of get your clock start moving, or get your clock to start moving back, just based on when you shut down in the day. And I got it to the point where I would wake up at like midnight or somewhere thereabout, and I would shut down by like 9 in the morning and just sleep the whole day away essentially, which I enjoyed at the time and eventually fell out of. And I mean, this has all been covered, I believe, but I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's nice to wake up early and beat the traffic, and sometimes you have the option to do that, other times you don't, and you just kind of got to deal with it. But as we have just seen in the matter of, let's call it 10 minutes, not 20 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, in a period of 10 to 15 minutes, I went from stop-and-go traffic to wide open, doing 60, and there's really nothing crazy happening. I mean, it's a 3-lane divided highway. I mean, it's fairly normal. I don't know. But yeah, I guess keep y'all updated. Catch y'all later. Alright, so coming in hot on the first and last safety check of the day. Safety checks are, I guess, supposed to be done every 150 miles or 3 hours. I believe it's whichever comes first. I just go with 3 hours, and sometimes I can make it further in 150, sometimes not. You know, things happen. But this last safety check of the day here, I've still got enough hours to run a full 3 hours after that. So the thing that I'm going to try to do when I stop is make it a quick one, and also to find a place to stop for the night. And out west is kind of difficult in that way. Usually it's rest areas when you get closer to Iowa and maybe eastern Nebraska. They got truck stops and all that, but mostly it's rest areas and all that. So I'm basically gonna look up at my phone when I'm stopped, of course. You know, even though there's no one on the road, it's an incredible distraction to me, fooling around with your phone, and things can happen, and like blow out a tire or something like that. Things can change very quickly, and you end up in a bad place. So basically, once I stop here, it looks like this exit coming up here is going to make a good one. Then I'll find my spot for the night and probably run until about 11, maybe 12, which means that I won't be able to wake up until, or I won't be able to get moving again until 9 or 10 in the morning, which is nice. Gonna be able to sleep real good. Probably won't sleep that whole time because it's really gonna jack up my sleep schedule. You know, just planning ahead for the week. You're never gonna be able to get through the whole week waking up at 9 or 10. So I'll probably be up by like 7 or 8. We'll see what happens. But yeah, yep, that is it right there. So yeah, once I get stopped here, make the safety check, make sure all my chains are tight, and look for that truck stop or rest area, whatever it is, 150 miles down the road. Yeah, and then just head over there and call it quits, shut her down, and get up and do it again tomorrow. Alright, day is over with. It's a wrap. 4 minutes ago. And check my things. Hey, hit that 500. Not too bad, not too bad. Found a little rest area instead of the truck stop I was thinking. Made it a little further, so that's it. We gone. Bang.